What's up, guys? It's They Coming, and today we're back for another war recap with Jericho Rising. It's been a crazy week with JR. We're experiencing a lot of amazing growth with our players. I think in our last class we only had, 3 or 4, and only one we had to cut at the end of the day. So we're seeing a lot of good people come in, and our retention rate is actually quite high right now. So we're really happy about that. Let's go ahead and check out my base real quick. I got my queen to level 40 here. That was around Christmas. Got my king up to level 33. I've started to progress with my defenses now because my offense, as you can see, is pretty stacked. My laboratory, I got my barbs all the way up, my giants, my wall breakers. I'm starting to work on my air. I think I'll probably be doing my hounds next, but I got my baby dragons level 4 and my dragons level 5. So that's looking awesome. I'm really happy about the progress here. I'm also in Titan 2 now, and I've been pushing with this army here. This army is an army that Powerbang actually suggested on his channel. I decided to try it out, and I've been finding some amazing success with it, hitting Town Hall 10s and Town Hall 11s, and getting pretty decent percentage 2 stars reliably. Now on Town Hall 10s, finding over 70% 2-star is very common, and with Town Hall 11s, I'm finding that around 60% is what I'm getting. Although sometimes I get more, just depending on the base. So, anyways, that's what I'm doing to farm up in Titan League, and that's just my general progress going on here. We're looking real hot. Let's jump right into our recent war. Obviously, it didn't go the way that we wanted it to. We had an unfortunate situation with our top guy missing his last attack, and that has been dealt with appropriately. Guys, when you join a competitive war clan like this, we're trying to be good. We're trying to win. And if you miss attacks, the higher up on the map that you fall, the more critical those attacks are in the late stages of the war. And that ended up really costing us. All we needed was 2 more stars, and our top guy's attack would have guaranteed that. So not real happy about that one, but sometimes things happen. Let's go ahead and check out some of these attacks. Now, the first attack that we're going to look at today is going to be Jack attacking number 4, and he's going to be bringing the Pentalaloon. So what he does at the very beginning here, he's just going to drop his heroes basically to trade for the enemy queen and the CC. This is a really good and common thing to do. He doesn't even bother with the poison because all he has to get is that queen, and then he's just going to pop the queen ability here and take out these CC troops. That's all he needs. And then that's going to open up the rest of this base with a Penta. He's decided to zap Quake one of the air defenses there, and that's just basically meaning that he's going to try to bring his Laloon starting up at around 12 and sweeping around counterclockwise. So the first hound comes in, and that's looking pretty nice. He's got the second hound on the ground already, blistering forward. He's being patient with those first haste. There goes the first haste. Take care of that wizard tower, so it's not a problem. Now, he's got 2 hounds sitting on top of that AD for a considerable amount of time, but that's okay. He's able to clear out, 3 compartments relatively quickly with this. The third hound comes in, and I think he releases that 4th hound, or that 5th hound, sorry, a little bit too soon. I think he should have waited until these pack of loons came down here, but he ends up smashing it in beautiful fashion regardless. So, his loons are just slowly making their way over to this last AD. They do. The last air defense goes down, and now we have 1 hound that's just going to be flying around the base. Actually, 2 hounds. Wow! 2 hounds flying around the base. He's got 1 loon up there taking out that cannon, and then distracting for a brief period of time this wizard tower here. Now, if he'd timed that slightly better, that wizard tower would have been pointing the opposite direction as these balloons came in, and that would have been optimal, but it doesn't end up mattering. Let's 2x it here. He ends up coming over. I think he gets a lucky hound pop here. Ooh, yeah, nice Seeking Air Mine. Thank you for that. Taking out the archer tower, and the rest is just cleanup of pups and loons. Nice job to Jack, taking out number 4 with the Pentalaloon. Alright, so let's go ahead and move on to the next one here. We're going to be looking at No Surrender, taking out number 6. Now, No Surrender decides to bring the queen charge. La Lune, he's going to be using 3 hounds. Now, he has a bit of a hiccup here, and I can explain to you just sort of what I'm seeing, and just to give you an idea of what I believe he was going for. He gets those baby dragons down to funnel nicely for this queen just to come right up here. Gets nice 3 wall breakers in right on top of that wall. Opens it up. He's going to drop the rage for this queen. Now, I think the plan was for the queen to take out both of these ADs here. So let's see how that goes. Queen steps up, takes out the cannon. She's going to step up further, take out this wizard tower, the poison down for the CC, the double poison. And this is something that drives me crazy when I see it. He needed to rage earlier, or he just needed to save the rage altogether and pop the ability, because right now he's gonna waste 2 things when he really did. I mean, I think also the ability was a little bit of a panic there. So I think his plan was to get this queen to go down south, but she does not. So the king goes up there, he drops the king in, he's gonna be in front of the queen. They're just gonna sort of push in, try to get a little bit more done. I think he's gonna wait a little bit longer. Here comes the hounds, right? Now this is not ideal. He's taken 3 hounds and there's still 3 ADs up, but he makes it work. So first 2 hounds are down. First hound is gonna end up dying pretty soon. He's got that haste to go in. Hound is on the AD. He needs to get those balloons in, take out that AD so that hound can stay alive a little bit longer. Here we go. Here we go with that. Okay, now see, here's the last hound on top of the AD. Very low health, and these balloons still have plenty of defenses that they have to sort of strafe across to get to this AD. Naked loons, AD in sight. He's got to haste these balloons along, and he smartly, watch the back here, watch the back. 2 loons and a haste. Getting these balloons on top of that archer tower and on top of this wizard tower. Beautiful job sort of making do with, you know, sort of a plan going wrong. Let's 4X it. It's just cleanup. King and queen are going to make their way around with the help of a few loons and some lava pups and a cleanup wizard. Really nice wizard there. Definitely needed that to pull this out in 3-star fashion. Good job, No Surrender. Moving on. All right, so now we're going to be looking at Riff Gamer taking out number 9 here. Riff is bringing the Go Vaho, but guys, look at his army composition. He's got 2 ice wizards, and let me tell you, I didn't think that I could see someone use 2 ice wizards so nicely, but this guy does in such a cool fashion, and I want you to watch how he does it. So he's got 1 archer or a couple archers to sort of funnel out that army camp. That's important. Get this queen down. And he wants the queen to walk south here, so she's going to have a nice, decent walk. Ends up taking a little bit more time than I think he would have wanted, but or at least that I would have wanted. I don't think that I would have wanted her to walk quite this long, but she's going to step up, take out the cannon, take out that mortar, continue her walk south towards the bomb tower and the air defense. So this is looking okay. Now he kind of makes a mistake here. He drops that hog in. The hog goes to the wizard tower. Okay, he didn't get the CC there. He isn't patient again, or he isn't patient enough one more time. He ends up dropping another hog in just a second. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, hog targets the wizard tower. Still not in range of the clan castle. So this is a little bit of a gaffe, but he has to make do with it. Also, the queen, because he dropped that hog rider, the queen has targeted the king because he stepped forward. So that's a little bit of an unusual interaction. Look, he's dropped the ice wizard over here. This is what I was talking about. Onto that mortar. The ice wizard then steps up over and starts to bang on this wizard tower. Really great, slowing that down just a little bit. Okay, so that was the first wizard, right? Ice wizard. Not exactly the most impressive, but it's the one on the back that you got to see that actually really does a good job for him. CC comes out, poison comes down, heal and jump. Here comes his Valkyries. I think his initial Valkyrie pack was eaten alive pretty quickly by that CC. Rage down. Here comes the CC Valks. And guys, these CC Valks end up doing a lot of work for him. Some of these healers end up rushing for it. He's got a little bit of a Vealer going on here. That works out kind of nicely. Queen's going to step up, start banging on the town hall. That's cool. Valks ate a giant bomb over there. King has stolen the healers. Meanwhile, he's brought in his hogs from 3 o'clock, and they're going to be working their way north. He's got 1 heal spell in the bag, and he needs to get it on top of this Tesla farm and this wizard tower, and it's a beautiful heal. Beautiful, beautiful heal. they're going to be able to safely move through here and get everything that he needs. Those Teslas are really the biggest danger. He's dropped the Ice Wizard on this Archer Tower back here as the Giants were tanking, and he's going to step up and freeze out this Wizard Tower just a little bit, slow it down enough so that these Hog Riders can come in without being destroyed. Nice job to Riff. That was those two Ice Wizards actually did have a nice effect on how that raid went, particularly on the back end. Without that Ice Wizard, those Hogs might have run into a little bit of trouble as they came over, and the cleanup would not have been quite as easy. And since the Queen Walk was a little bit longer, the end of the raid might have come close on time. So good job to Riff Gamer for pulling that one out. Sweet. All right, so now let's move down into our Town Hall. Actually, excuse me, we have one more Town Hall 9 raid. It's going to be Penetrator attacking number 16 here. And he's bringing the Go Vaho, and he does this so well, he ends up swagging a heal. So we're going to get to watch that. He drops one goal in there just to funnel this corner, right? He wants to get all of his Valkyries to go in this corner. Nice swath of wizards. He wants to do this quickly so the golems can get in, get ahead, aggro the CC. He drops his Valkyries. They're all going to go in. That's looking good. Now, there's an interaction where he used too many wall breakers here, and he ended up opening this wall too. That can actually mess you up if you're not careful. Because if he hadn't had that jump down in time, those Valkyries might have swung into the other compartment after they cleared the one they were in. But anyways, this is pretty GG right here. He's got so many Hog Riders up. He's got Valkyries still up. He's got his King up with the ability. He's got his Queen up with the ability. There's only a few remaining defenses. Absolutely crushed this base with this attack. Good job, Penetrator. Great job. We'll 4x it. I don't even think he actually drops the heal. I think he decides to save his resources because he's been farming. Good job. Let's go ahead and back out. All right, so let's move into our only Town Hall 8 attack of the war. I decided to pick Andrew Manasco on number 18. And he's bringing the Goho. So you're going to notice right away, he doesn't have wall breakers in this composition. And usually for a 2 golem Goho, you want to have some wall breakers because you're wanting to get inside and trip a giant bomb, or maybe get to that king so that the king is not a problem. But he doesn't bring him. It ends up being okay. So he's got some wizards down to funnel. He's taking his time. The CC comes out and it splits on him. So he drops 1 poison on the left and 1 poison on the right to take care of those troops, slow down some incoming damage, and he drops his king and a few more wizards just to help take out that baby dragon. If he doesn't get the baby dragon down, it's going to give him problems. So that's taken care of. They go in. King and Golemites trip 1 giant bomb. That's looking good. So he decides to start his Hog Riders on the 9 o'clock position, starting on that bomb tower. I like that because you don't want to be ending on a bomb tower. Very, very nice. Starts moving through. The king, unfortunately, is beating on these hogs, but it's not going to matter. He's got more Hog Riders coming in from the south. He's going to drop a heal spell right here on this wizard tower. Where is it? Where is it? Yep, there it is. And everything is just going to path together here. He's got so many hogs. It's just looking super, super pretty. So he's tripping 1 bomb sort of to the side. And there's actually 1 bomb in this compartment here, but because of the pathing, because they're ending on those 2 defenses, the hogs never end up tripping them. So that was really good heads up play there. Just knowing where the hogs are going to end in their attack, not really having to worry about that. Good job to Andrew Monesco. Let's 4x this. See, I think 1 tripped it. And they're going to turn beat on this king. GG. So anyways, guys, this has been a war recap for Jericho Rising. I hope that you've enjoyed it. And I hope after Klaus's recruitment video that we just made that you're coming out to the clan. We had another really large recruitment wave come in this week. I think we have 50 people that are on our wait list that we consider to be really qualified, good-looking applicants. And unfortunately, we can only take about 12 today. So we have some ideas in the works for what we might be able to do about those extra people and how we could work them into our clan here eventually. So please stay tuned for that. I know Klaus, we started talking about some options. So take care, guys. Keep clashing. Happy New Year and Merry Christmas. See you later.